It's good to have you along, buddy. Won't be long until we get this one started. Just waiting for our friends from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch and Mixer to join us, but welcome along, Matt. This should be a good one. Derek as well, welcome along. First up we will have the highlights from the round one. So if you didn't get to catch up with round one, then we will have the highlights. If you are watching this back on replay, not live, make sure you click in the description and find the time codes for when the race and the qualifying starts. One-shot qualifying as well. But if you're here live, welcome along. And like I said, first up, round one highlights. That runs for about 13 minutes. So if you want to be here for the start of the race, give yourself a 10-minute timer and you'll make it just back in time. But yeah, good to see everybody here and really excited to get this round 2 Formula 2 race underway and hopefully entertain you guys with some more top quality esports action. FNL1 eSports putting on the event. My name's Josh Gain from Demo 1, broadcasting it to you guys in glorious high definition, no matter where you watch from, either Facebook, Twitch, YouTube or Mixer. Should get the best of the best. Welcome along to our friends from wherever you're watching from. And there's the countdown to 0. Let's show you the highlights from round 1 and get you all up to speed with who's the favourite. Waiting for things to go. That's the formation lap. 2, 3, 4, 5 red. And we're up and racing. Oh, drive-through penalty. Truzola has got himself a drive-through for the jump start. And everybody, though, gets cracking up into the first turn. It is hectic up the front. Very tight squeeze. Skids. Vin, has been a massive accident involving Vin. He went sliding around at the first turn. These guys have never raced with each other before, but you can see a lot of the drivers caught up in that. And somehow, no safety car at all, but Kiwi's now got to block some of these guys. 3 wide between them. Oh, someone's gone through. It was Vin. Don't forget, he got a little bit of a slide round 2 race. And he's gone around, but he's recovered quickly. So luckily for Vin, that was an easy recovery. Captain Kino's gone wide. You have to be careful. The stewards don't pick him up for track limits. Look at the exit he's got there on the brakes. They almost come together at the apex of the corner, but Kino just gave him just enough room to squeeze the chassis of his F2 in there. And 9th place for Sergey. Great little overtake. Instant reply though from Captain. In they go, charging down. DRS not able to assist him at all. Sergey back into 10th place. This is a really good scrap for position. Luki D is chasing him down. Schnell's he's cut back across to open up the corner. Oh, Luki D chucks it up the inside. Schnell went to take the apex of the corner and he's tagged Luki's car. And Schnell's just exited and said goodbye. So that was an interesting call. I don't know if there'll be a steward's inquiry into that one. And Captain Kino, he's lost a spot on the same corner. Sergeyev kept consistent. and he's just slotted up at the inside, and he's going to disappear now. And the laps are quickly ticking down, so Captain Kino needs to get back on that front foot and start attacking one. He's got DRS on him. Bambi, where's Bambi going to tuck the car? He's kept it back on the inside. Lukey D brakes hard and brakes late, and he uses those super soft compounds to get the overtake done, and he's ticked that one off. He's now up into 10th, but I think Bambi's going to have him back here. Lukey looks like he's dealing with a problem. Beat his gearbox or turbo, something. The car does not sound right at all. And there it is. Bambi back ahead and gets 10th place. Lukey does have the faster compound though, so he just needs to be ahead when we get to that start-finish line. Very interesting to see. Lukey D's doing really well to deal with whatever issue he's dealing with. BP, he's now pressurizing to get up into the podium spot. He's up with TR7 now, who's on 9-lap-old mediums. BP's on some very new super softs, so you'd expect BP to get through. Look at this. Look at that pace he's got, the confidence, the traction. Even though the track narrows, he finds room to go too wide and get the overtake. So well done, BP up into the podium spot. As a really going away from him. Oh, he's almost touched him under braking, and he's lost some wing endlets there. I don't know if that's going to affect him too much here on this last lap, but TR7 could be in for a puncture. That was a severe bump with that front wing. This is Aaron around the last hand corner, and he'll take the feature race win, and it'll be BP who will take second, and Thrustmax who will secure that third place. But it's Kiwi and TR7 who are still going at it right at the final lap. I think Kiwi's got a big enough lead on him. This is Vin, right with Lukey D. Oh, Lukey D, as he found the opening he needed, he tried to go out wide, found not enough room. Lukey D, he's surely not going to chuck it up here. This will be an insane move to do. Oh, a bit of a last-ditched effort. Oh, they almost fit too wide through there. Bambi's with skids as well. This is Lukey D. There's only one more corner to go. I don't think he's going to have it in him. Vin has just held out enough. As we go through the order now, this is Schnell. He's holding off Swatter, the two teammates. This is for 12th and 13th. But bragging rights, definitely what these guys are fighting for here. Oh, Schnell runs a wide line, the go-kart line through there, and he kept his speed a little bit higher than what Swatter did. And I think that's put Swatter just outside of reach as we come around the last corner now for this feature race. And 19 laps of absolute mayhem. Whoa, he got really close at the end. There wasn't much in that between the two of them. But fantastic run from everybody there. And I can't wait to see what the sprint race brings out. Because, wow, what a feature. Here we go. Five red lights here. Long holding, it's racing at Hockenheim. Everybody gets up and away. Lukey D looked like he got bogged down, but so did Vin, and that was Aaron who went sliding off at the start there. He's gone through and needled. Eye of the needle stuff through the entire field. I don't think anyone picked him up, but a lot better this time into the first turn. Into the second turn, will it be the same? Swatter's getting swamped. A few cars going around there, sort of making their way through tentatively on this wet track. Aaron's recovered well. Look at this charge through from Aaron. Look at this one. Look at this man go. Look how busy this is. This is a tight circuit here at Hockenheim. Oh, big nudging. Elbows out. Schnell's falling through the order. There goes Swatter ahead. Yellow flag ahead of us. Not sure what's happening. There's about 4 or 5 cars wide here. This is absolutely incredible racing between all of them. A little bit of a tag on the exit, but we get away with it. Somebody's gone around. That is BPV8. He was tagged up with his teammate TR7. So 2 of the faster guys going around. But Vin, he's absolutely disappeared in this one. Thrustmax is there. Skids as well. Sergey, he's kept his position in 4th place. So we'll be happy with the way that's worked out for him now. So all on the full wets. That's not so. Oh, we had another one around. Warrior Wasp, Banana Hammock. And it's been absolute drama and scenes on this first lap. I don't think there's been an incident-free corner or race here in this wet one. That first lap, I don't know how we got through it, but this wet track is really throwing challenges up to some of these drivers that are just still learning these cars. Zola is going to get swamped. Aaron's come through. Oh, too wide at the first turn. It's not a very wide turn at all. He did push Zola wide, but he got through. So Aaron's charging up forward. He had a horrendous start. Don't know what happened to him. He got sort of pushed wide and off to the inside of the track at the start. This is Bots. He's up against Swatter. Swatter's just let... Look at Captain and Skids, though. They were trying to put the car on the same bit of tarmac. It doesn't quite work out for them. Inside line for Keno. But he backs out of that one. Clever decision there. That would have been a little bit dangerous to try and fit his car up on the inside. Mike and BP though, look at this. This saw four of them now trying to work out where to put the car. Where do they have the advantage on the car in front? You know, everybody's got the same car, the same tyres. It comes down to the driver now. Fastest lap there from Aaron, the 1:36. That's a very quick time in the wet. Look at this, 3 wide in the first turn. Surely this is not going to fit. Oh, that was never going to work. I don't know how they come out of that alive. BP come out of it ahead though. Mike's been pushed forward, back down to 9th. Somehow BP took 2 spots. He snuck up through and he's now taking 8th. He should take 7th off Skids and he does. Oh, BP just kept it super clean. Somehow Keno's putting it back to Mike though. Look at this racing. Incredible. Mike on the outside. This is Keno on the other side. Skids has been let through. And the two teammates now fight for it. Oh, BP runs wide as well. That's unlike BP. Wardy chilling Zola. So Wardy's pushing forward. Zola's being pushed back a little bit. So Mike got through finally. Daniel, Nicole, there are a few assists for the new guys because they're new to this. So the aim of this Formula 2 league is for them to eventually get them turned off and then get into our Formula 1 league with 0 assists. So if they want to run assists, they can. But Aaron gets through. He made that clean. And now it's Vin's turn to defend the Formula 1 driver Kiwi, who's actually got past Thrustmax, who was putting on a bit of Japanese Tokyo style drifting there. He's done well to correct that one. It was a little bit flamboyant, but it got the job done. Vin wants to get back at it. He's got the slide on. Oh, BP just charges through. Where did BP find the confidence to do that one? Sergeyev now is trying to block Bots, and Bots is a quick driver, so he's got a bit to worry about now. Sergeyev, though, just parks the car in the middle of the track. He knows he can use the width of this circuit to his advantage. Schnell's having trouble in this wet car as well. Here comes TR7. Goes around the outside. Oh, I don't know if Schnell's got control of that car yet. Oh, he's been forced to 17th. But wow, that was a close call between them. And not surprising, BP's had to go into the pit lane. And he's had to take a new wing. So that will move a few guys up. Oh, Thrustmax goes wide. Oh, Thrustmax! Wow, he's done well to hold that one on, but he's going to go very wide onto the ice rink. Oh, he almost lost it, returning to the track. He might be having to go back at Bots now. Here we go. He's definitely not doing the turn one. That would be suicide. He doesn't go side on with. Oh, in he comes again. These two are leaving nothing on the table. With only 2 laps to go, they did clang wheels slightly, but it was a direct side on impact, so there won't be any damage to it is not. Oh, Mike, he's trying to squeeze the car where there is no room. He's pushed Thrustmax onto the grass. He's done the right thing and backed off, but that was speculative there from Mike. He's trying to make room with it. And the Russian for a podium. He's just one spot away. A late break. He's going to be on the outside. He's delayed the turn in there, has Vin. He's tried to pull all the tricks out of the book. I think he's getting desperate as we run towards the end of this one. Just stay stationed. He's not going to go for it, is he? He's found room somehow. Ooh, and here comes Bots as well. This is dangerous. Well, those two battle. It's letting Bots catch them back up. Oh, Bots, he's gone for the move. A massive dive from Bots. And you can't blame Sergey for that. That was speculative from Bots. Having a look at the replay. Yeah, there was no way Sergey knew that run. Aaron, he's coming around the stadium for the last and final time because we're on that final lap. He's got a 14-second lead on Kiwi in behind. But phenomenal effort, phenomenal race. He didn't have the best of starts, but that doesn't matter. He worked so quickly to get back up to the front, cleanly too. And that checkered flag, that's 2 from 2. He won the first race and he won the second. And on his debut, you couldn't ask for anything more. Kiwi will come through in second place. And I think Vin, he's opened the gap up. Sergey's backed off a little bit here. He knows he's run out of corners. He's run out of time. We'll just consolidate it and get forward. Well, hello, welcome everybody. My name is Josh Gain and you're watching the FNL1 eSports Formula 2 race. We're still waiting for these guys to ready up. I think they're about to hit their green ticks and get going. It is one-shot qualifying, so not a lot of time for them to get it right. They've only got one chance at it, but this is the track tonight. It is Hungary, the Monaco without the buildings, all 3 sectors all plotted for you. The detection zone before the long straight down the front, and then the second DRS after turn 1. It's a narrow circuit. Expect maybe a few accidents here tonight. They're not uncommon to happen, so seeing the safety car would not be out of the question. But getting your overtakes done, you're going to need to do it cleanly, and you're going to need to do it with some sort of conviction. You go in there sort of half-baked, and you're not going to come off looking good. You're going to come off second best. But we're about to just light up the track just a few miles away from Budapest here at the Hungary Ring with our one-shot qualifying before we go into the feature race. And we get to see, can Aaron back up a brilliant whitewash performance he had last week and carry that over into the dry race. It was, of course, predominantly wet last week, so we might see some new contenders emerge from our new crop of Formula 2 drivers. There will be quite a few people not competing in the qualifying because they're from the Formula 1 category. They will give the F2 guys an opportunity to shine, and we've seen that happen. So some of the F1 guys they've got a bit of competition coming because you can get yourself pushed up into the F1 category if you do well in F2. So if you do want to join, don't forget, check your descriptions for the Discord link. Make sure you sign up and put in your member details, and we'll get you maybe on the grid. There is definitely room. But we're started here for one shot, and the guys are retiring that wheel. Banana Hammocks there. BP, I think, is going to come out as well. So we'll soon see who is on top. At the moment, it's Bambi with his teammate Jetsy. So they're doing all right at the moment. Hopefully, Jetsy can keep it together coming into the second turn. Warrior, Wasp, and Vin. Aaron, looks like Aaron's actually pulled himself out. So he wants to give himself a bit of an opportunity. Thank you, Mitch Boss, one of the regulars, hitting the like. So, yeah, feature race tonight. Thrustmax has jumped to the top as we come through this up to Sector 2. Bambi net just holding on to second. Thrustmax has jumped ahead. He's obviously got a purple in that first sector. It's looking good for him. So interesting choice of tyres as well. Lukey D looks like he's gone for the medium to start with. Sergey's going to come through. The Russian, he's flying as well. He is also looking to find himself up in an F1 at some point. And welcome along to everyone. Oh, Bambi. He will not get a time down. You can see he's gone over the track limits. His track map was red, meaning he's overcooked it somewhere. Purple for Sergeyev in Sector 2, so it's really up between Thrustmax and Sergeyev. Lukey D and Jetsy are fighting for positions as we come into the final corner. Looks like Thrustmax has just got him edged out. Sergeyev getting a little bit beaten No, Lukey D's jumped ahead of Jetsy, but it will be Thrustmax with a 1 minute 30, 5:31. Sergeyev 1:35, very close indeed at the top. Lukey D on the mediums, interesting, 1:31.4. He beat out 2 soft runners and Wasp in 6th. The rest, they'll start where they've retired, I think. But this is going to be a very interesting race. Don't worry about the disqualifications, they will be in the feature. So don't get too worried about what's happened there. But there it is. There is the grid as it is for the feature. Looking quite interesting indeed. And Turk Movement, loving the racing. Good to have you along from YouTube, buddy. But yeah, Thrustmax at 1:35.31, just 400ths ahead of Sergeyev. So those guys very, very close indeed. Lukey D wasn't too far off either. Within a second, 8/10 off on the medium tyres. So Thrustmax, Sergeyev and Lukey are definitely 3 to keep your eye on when we get into this feature race proper after they get through the formation lap. But Aaron definitely will be. And Aaron Hamilton's gone on and hit the old like button. Welcome. And thanks, man. Aaron will definitely be the favourite. As he whitewashed the competition last week out in Germany. So we are just waiting for the formation lap to get underway. We'd like to welcome everybody in tonight that's joined us. Thank you along and so much for the support. Ryan Carlson as well is following us. Good to have you along for the ride, Ryan. And thanks for joining the team here at Demo 1. If you are new, we broadcast lots of eSports events. And if you want to get involved in some of those, FNL1 eSports is the league and the racing team behind the broadcaster here. So make sure you join them on the Discord. Links for that down below. And as well, if you want to continue to support us here, because we are community supported, links for the donations and things, super chats, they're all greatly appreciated if you can do so, but I'm not going to force anyone to do it. But enjoy this racing tonight as the formation lap gets underway. It'll be Thrustmax leading the field. Let's have a look on board what the track looks like from the bird's eye view. Oh, it needs to get that under control. So as we come around turn 1 into 2, sort of track runs away from you there. Downhill as well. We can probably see a few people running wide. Up into turn 3, and there's a good chance of overtaking, but you want to get it done before the uphill. And it's a very sharp left-hander, so I wouldn't be surprised to see people wide there as well on turn 1. And into 5 and 6. This big sweeping right hand before we hit the chicane, where the track will concertina up again. And this track is known to be Monaco without the buildings. It's got a little bit more runoff than Monaco, but there's definitely opportunities for some of these guys to get overtakes in. Oh, we're hungry for some racing. So as we wait, 19 laps here in the formation lap. 19 laps for the feature race. There is a mandatory pit stop. So Thrustmax is on that medium tyre. He'll be wanting to finish the race on the soft. Echo, you joined us just in time for the start of the feature. So race 1. Here we go. Sergeyev next to him on the front row. Everybody tensing up as we wait for the start of round 2 here in Hungary. It is Sergeyev Thrustmax on that front row, waiting for the red lights to extinguish. We'll count them. 3, 4, 5 red. Bit of a hold. And we're underway. here in Hungary, and it's a good start. Some of the cars now darting up into the inside of the outside, looking for room to get around. Jetsy's falling down the back order, but the rest of the field, somehow Sergey's come out on top. Instantly into turn one, he's been tagged by Vin. Vin will go round. Bushchuk will get caught up into that, and some of the field are absolutely decimated into the first turn. Not surprising that we saw people get caught up in all that, but somehow Vin's come out ahead. He's up into 8th place. Sergey somehow recovered. He's up into 5th, but it's Chuk who's managed to get ahead of everybody. A few cars going wide out into turn 3, up towards turn 4 now. This could be chaotic. Watch them in through here. Oh, there is Sergey. Oh, it was one of the Carlin boys. Aaron. It was Aaron, one of the favourites. We saw him go sliding in sideways smoke coming up as he got the car sideways. Thrustmax is hurt. Mike now leads. He's one of the Formula 1 favourites at the front. Sergey's back up into 2nd place, and he's chasing, giving real competition to the guys who dominate F1 now inside this F2. But Sergey sandwiched in between 2 F1 veterans in this Formula 2 race. Jetsy's doing well. He's keeping with them. Vin, I'm not sure if he caused all that at the start, but he got away with it. He's up into 5th. Lukey D, then Bushchuk, who was leading momentarily. He's dropped to 7th. It's Kiwi from Swatter, from Aaron, the favourite, just getting up ahead of Bambi. And then it's Warrior Wasp ahead of Bots. Banana, and we've lost Thrustmax. I think he was not happy with the amount of damage he took in that first corner. And BP's just gotten ahead of Sergeyev here. So the race is really on as we start into lap 2. Mike with the fastest lap already. But a very, very interesting and chaotic first lap. Bushchuk's in. So he's going to take... looks like he got too much damage, probably to the front of his car. But the field now sort of spreading out. Bambi is going to get swallowed up by Wasp. And Wasp can't pull the car up in time. He'll run wide. And Bambi will just run off into the distance. Thank you very much for that one. Swatter on the back of Aaron. Let's see how this one holds out. Aaron showed us he's got some real big skills in the Formula 2 car. He's coming up on his teammate at a rate or not. And I think Sergey, will he get out of the way for him? Aaron and his teammate Sergey side by side. Sergey's done the right thing. He's seen the faster car come through. They're on a different compound as well. Bambi's getting caught out and getting lost in behind the exhaust fumes of these two. He's definitely not going to try for a move here as we're on board with him. Chasing the 2 orange Formula 2 ahead of him. Aaron and Sergey swapping positions one by one after each corner. Really put the pressure on. And it's been a very exciting start. I hope you've all enjoyed that one. Aaron's out wide. Oh, he's just caught it. He's tagged the grass. Somehow he kept control. And it looks like Vin's disconnected. That's what that X means. So Vin's going to fall down the pack as the cars come flying past. And Sergey and Aaron still going at it. Swatter just getting caught up. Bambi in behind. Chris Brown's liked the stream. Thank you for coming along, Chris Brown. And that was Bambi, I think, having a go at Vin. Vin's falling through. It was Swatter who I saw just tag the side of Vin's car. So we've lost Thrustmax early. He's not even staying around for the sprint. That's a shame. I don't know what happened to him. But he's called it quits before the end of lap 1. Here we go. Bots is moving his way forward as well as we're on board with Wasp. He's just got caught behind Vin. Hopefully Vin will be able to reconnect as Bushchuk, after taking that early pit stop, way at the back. But it's Mike and BP at the front. And Dylan McCormick Moran has hit the like button. Thank you very much, Dylan. Be like Dylan and hit the like button too. Thank you very much, sir. As Mike leads on from BP V8. These two guys very competitive in the F1. And Jetsy's holding up 3rd place ahead of Lukey D and Aaron. So it's all going down here at Hungary. And I'm hungry for some racing. We've got a yellow in Sector 2. Oh, that's Vin's car. He's been stranded. So I don't know what's happened to him there. That's what's causing the yellow. But this is the one we're watching at the moment. This is the battle for 3rd place. This is Jetsy in the pink. It's Lukey D in the blue and Aaron in the orange. And you can see Jetsy's got a really good exit coming out of the corner. Whoa, what's going on there? To Jetsy. We just saw him go sideways. And he's caught up in the trees. And that was a big surprise to me. Have a look at this. This was what we were watching. The racing that was happening. Watch Jetsy. We sort of jumped, camera angles at the exact moment it happened. Come around the corner, and he hit the apex nicely. Oh, he just got the back end out, and that was the end of him. So Jetsy falls down to 11th. Wasp and Bots move forward now. It was perfect timing, Echo, when you joined us, so welcome along. Dylan's watching from Ireland. Awesome. So, like Aussie from FNL1 said, we've got a truly international audience now. Greg Gain, my father, indeed, hitting like. Probably doing it pretty tough at the moment, running a restaurant, but somehow still keeping a head above the water. Bots in 9th place. He's just in behind Crazy Kiwi. And these two guys do race together in the F1, so they will know what they're each about. Teammates here tonight. We've lost Vin, so disconnection issues for Vin. Hopefully we'll get him back for the sprint race. Bambi's now on the exhaust fumes of Swatter and Sergeyev. This is the battle for 5th place, and this one's really heating up. Sergeyev on those better soft tyres at the moment, so he should be able to keep the lead, but how long those softs are in the window for is unknown. Well, Zero's said hello from New York. I know New York's doing it pretty tough at the moment, Zero, but I'm glad to hear that you're doing well today, sir. It's Aaron. He's done the fastest lap. Sergeyev runs wide. He goes deep onto the inside to defend. And here comes Swatter, who's flying down the front straight with that DRS assist. And that's helped him take that manoeuvre to Sergeyev. He'll take 5th place momentarily. How long can he hold off, though, is the question. It's a long hold on that camera angle. It's the only one I don't like is that camera angle in Hungary. Vin has rejoined, so Vin can continue his fight in the race, which is good. It's good to see. You can see Sergeyev right now searching for a defensive position, just trying to put off Bambi any way that he can. These guys now on those soft tyres, and it's interesting to note the medium compounds are all now occupying the top 5. So it looks like those softs are good for about 4 to 5 laps at peak performance, and then they sort of start to drop away. 19 laps here for the feature, and let's have a look. Who has actually done a stop? I don't think anyone's done their compound change swap, but I think maybe Chook did get that in early on. He did. So Chook and Jetsy have gone in for the stop, so the rest of the field still to do so. Position changes since the start. Jetsy all the way down, 10 spots lost, but look at those top 3. 7, 9 and 11 spots gained for Mike, BP and Aaron respectively. That's an incredible jump from where they were. They didn't qualify because they wanted to give some of the other guys an opportunity to do good in the qualifying. But here we go. This is Bambi's time to shine with the DRS. Watch that actuator flick open. He'll get it again out of the exit of turn 1. He's really close. There we go. There's a second DRS line for him. So his actuator flicks open again. You can see he's starting to gain. But Sergeyev's doing a great job at the moment to just keep a good exit, keep his speed high, and keep Bambi at bay for as long as he possibly can. So if we jump to the front too, BP and Mike are starting to run away with this one. Their gap is about 3 seconds on Aaron. And look how close these guys are fighting for it. Inside line we saw BP, but we got to the apex and Mike came in ahead first. And that's how it will remain for a little bit. There's Aaron. He's starting to catch them too. Looks like Aaron is he's a missile in these Formula 2s. He knows how to pilot them and he knows how to be quick too. So he might be able to show up some of these F1 veterans, Mike and BP, who are racing in the Formula 2 tonight. Keeping a tight line. Mike runs wide. Comes back across. BP at the moment knows he's got a little bit of time in his hand, so he's not going to be rushing anything. He has DRS to assist him down here. Here we go. Mike runs away with it, dives up on the inside. BP, he attempts a chance around the outside, the long way round Mike, but Mike's car's in the way as we turn in on that. We've got Sergeyev and Bambi in, so 5 laps is all they did on those soft tyres. So they're coming into the pits now. Brakes glowing red hot as they shuffle to struggle with the car and stop it running wide through the corner. Still, BP gives chase. He's doing a good job. Mike at the moment, he's been in this situation before, so he knows how to deal with the pressure that's being mounted in behind. Vin's in the pits as well. There's Aaron. Look at this. The longer these two go on for this fort, the closer Aaron gets. He's now within a second. He'll be within DRS of BP very shortly. And this will turn from a two-way to a three-way battle. Oh, here we go. Oh, BP. I thought he was going to chuck it up the inside then. He got an opportunity to do so. The door was shut. And Mike stays first. But look how close Aaron is now. This man won both our races last week, both the feature and the sprint. And he's just gone purple in Sector 2. Expect a fast lap time to tick up on the screen this time around. It's getting closer and closer. He's within it. DRS for him. This is BP staying in the slipstream of Mike. And they both dart to go around the outside again. Mike defending beautifully once again. And Aaron is a lot closer this time as we watch BP and Mike side by side down to turn 2. And it's going to be BP ahead. And he takes the lead of this one as they hit the apex of 2. Coming up into turn 3. Inside line for BP. He should be able to keep this one. Mike's got some extra pace that BP didn't. And he almost ran into the back of him. And Aaron wants to get through as well. And this is a fantastic little scrap for the front. The medium tyres, starting on the medium tyres, seems to have worked out for them. I wonder how long they can get their mediums to last, as we've seen the softs are good for maybe 4 or 5 laps. Oh, Mike gets the back end out, and that's going to lose him a little bit of distance he's gained on BP. Aaron wasn't able to capitalise then. He just had to slow down and take his moment. You can see just how confined this circuit is. There's not a lot of room for overtaking, so you've really got to line it up properly. And we're coming into some back markers already. So this is where they have to be smart about it. While the back marker does need to get out of the way, it's also the responsibility of the faster guys to do it safely. So Mike's, I think he's outside DRS range. And there comes Aaron. He darts back across to get inside the slipstream with the DRS. He needs to catch up to BP because you give BP any sniff of any sort of distance and BP will disappear on you. And you do not want that. Here we go. Great little move from Aaron there. Oh, Scotty McRae on Facebook. He's chucked us 200 stars. Thank you very much, Scott. You're a constant supporter like that. And very much appreciate that one. Don't forget, Scott, if you want to see some exclusive streams on the Discord, we do that as well. So when I just jump on and doing different things, or I'm watching a race, I've got to do a report on it or something, or I'm just playing something and I don't feel like streaming to the world, if you mega fans out there want to join me, make sure you're on the Discord for that. Demo 1's got our own little section. You can even catch things like qualifying from the F1 that doesn't get televised. That is all there as well. Dylan McCormack Moran has also followed us on Facebook. Thank you. It's Scotty McRae. Big shout out to you tonight, sir, for the 200-star donation on Facebook. Very much appreciated in the times that we're in at the moment. So this race is starting to sort of settle itself out. Oh, Scotty's doubled and matched his own first star donation with another 200. Thank you very much, Scott. That is very much appreciated. Awesome to see you do that. And I'm glad you're enjoying the racing. You've then halved the first donation and matched the half with 100, making a total of 500 if my math is correct. Thank you very much, Scotty McRae. Now let's see what the action's happening down the middle. Hopefully we can put on at least 500 stars worth of action. As Vin, I think he's still disconnected, but some of these guys are struggling to get around him. We saw Lando Bot do this in the virtual Grand Prix. The back of the field, though, very, very spread out. Looks like these pit stops have, worked against them a little bit. That's Banana Hammock, and that was BP. Look how quick BP is. He's an absolute rocket at the moment. Gap, 2.8 seconds. to Aaron. And Aaron, we know, is quick. Can he catch up? Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Scott. I know you do love him, but you're definitely a mega fan if we were to classify you as something. Aaron's, he's come up on Banana, who's disconnected. Not sure the disconnection issues they've had tonight. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of people are probably streaming Netflix and streaming online, and it seems to have caught some of the drivers out. But that's eSport racing, sim racing sometimes. That's our version of like an engine failure. But we do have the sprint race to go after this. Remember, reverse grid, so the first 8 are reversed. And at the moment, Warrior Wasp would be starting on pole for the sprint race. Bots is getting close to Swatter. He just was outside DRS, but he's within it now. He went purple sector 3, so Bots is on a charge. And we're waiting for the leaders to pit now. 10-lap old mediums. Let's get you an update with the stops and who stopped where. That's the gap to the leader as well. You can see Aaron's 4 seconds behind the leader. Stops. Bambi down. Mike has got in front of Aaron. Oh, Aaron's had some trouble. He's gone wide. And he's struggling to clean the tyres. Here comes Swatter. Oh, we've just had Kiwi. It was Bots in the background. I saw the car going sliding and wild. Aaron's lost some front wings as he's appeared over the top of our camera there. So we've got a safety car out. Safety car. This is a great moment for the leaders to pit. Surely they'll take to this. We need to just see this. Watch Bots. Or I think it was Bots or Kiwi. Aaron doesn't have a front wing at this moment. And then, yeah, see the back car there swinging around. It was Bots. I think he did that all on his own volition. And as we saw there was no front wing for Aaron. So Aaron's charge. So he's missing some end plates. Surely he'll go in. Surely. Oh, he does last minute. Safety car. He's trying to race Swatter. Oh, close stuff. You can do that. You can do that. Oh, I don't know if he got caught speeding. He did. He was being a little bit overzealous there. That's going to... He's retired from the session. He's not happy. That's a shame to see Aaron out like that. With still 7 laps to go. He did work hard at it. BP's out on soft tyres. Mike just coming out, but BP's got a huge lead on the rest of the field. Lukey D's continued. Where's the safety car? There it is. Alrighty. We might finish under safety car here. This, because look how far away Banana Hammock is. Oh, drive-through penalty for BP V8 speeding under the safety car. If he was on for a win or a podium, it's gone. Totally wiped off the board. BP has killed himself there. That was all his own fault. He wasn't careful enough. We've seen a few mistakes from the top guys tonight. Aaron speeding inside the pit lane. If he had stayed around, he probably would have been able to get back on the podium. But BP has done that all to himself. That's a huge moment in this one. Mike, well, you would think will get promoted to second. Lukey D still leading. Wasp and Sergey are inside the pit lane now. But what an absolute chaotic feature race this has been. So that is, yep, everybody stopped. Is inside the pit lane now, so we're all good. Soft tyres to the end. They're going to struggle to keep them up to temp in these slow conditions under the safety car. But the way it works in this game, with the safety car too, we need everyone to catch up. So Vin should be able to pass. Probably not, actually, because he's been lapped. It just said he retired, Aussie. So he got the penalty, and then immediately we saw the disconnect. So I mean, you'll have to talk to him to find out. But yeah, that was the timeline of events anyway. He was racing in the pit lane. He got a little bit overzealous, got done speeding, just a 5 second, and then he was gone. So it's really changed the front run of things. Aaron is leading the championship too, so I'm surprised he doesn't want to build on that or keep it if that was the case. But we're under safety car, and we are waiting, I think, just for the last few stragglers to catch up. Bushchook seems to be the very last car. No, maybe Jetsy. Some of them are lapped. So, Lukey D, if this goes on for long enough, this could finish under safety car. Scott McRae, I am working on selling stuff like that. I don't at the moment, buddy. But where are you watching from, Scott? Facebook, obviously. So, well, you're on my Facebook. Don't worry, I will alert the world when that happens. I don't want to rush these things. I don't want to, get crappy designs, or I want it to be a little bit unique. So, I mean, I could do just the normal logo stuff, but I want to make something a little bit special. So I have taken my sweet time with it. But I will alert you when those things become available. I would like to do that this year. That is a plan of mine. It's on my to-do list. Massive to-do list as well. If you are new and watching, don't forget, Demo 1, we're more than just FNL1 eSports in this streaming and broadcasting. We're massive fans of eSports. If you're looking for a group of guys that like sim racing, make sure you're more than welcome. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Demo 1 Garage is the website I've got for Demo 1. And I try to keep you updated with interesting articles, opinions I have about the sim racing community. I also do like an offshoot with a podcast, and then with Aussie, who runs FNL1 with me, we do the Lights Out F1 podcast. I know there hasn't been many F1 events at the moment, but if you are a Formula 1, fan and you're looking for a new podcast, there is the Lights Out F1 podcast. But the sim racing stuff I do on the page and the website, I just do that under Demo 1. And then I try to keep you updated. Results from professional esport, races around the world. If you want to help me do that, you're more than welcome to. But we also do the broadcasting. We want to bring sim racing to everyone, and I think we're doing it at the moment. It's been pretty awesome. A lot of you guys have seemed to enjoy the stuff we've got here. We don't have the Lando Norrises or the Max Verstappens, and we don't have those connections, but we can definitely bring you some exciting racing. The race won't finish under safety car. So Lukey D's gone in. The race, I think, is about to get started because the safety car's peeled away. BP has a drive-through penalty to serve. Let's go, racing back again at Hungary. It's too wide up into the first turn with Swatter up beside Mike, and it looks like Swatter's going to get him into the braking zone. Oh, Mike goes deep. Bots gets ahead of his teammate Kiwi, and Bambi comes out ahead too. This is awesome stuff between them, and Wasp is left wanting down there in 7th place. Up into the first time into turn 2 after the safety car, and the train continues. Mike's leading that one. And the chase is on now to finish inside the podium. Bots wants to get there. His teammate Swatter just ahead of him. And he wants to try and get ahead of Mike as well. Scott holy hell, Scott. Thank you so much for your massive support. 1,235 stars. Wow, thank you so much. You've caught me off guard there a little bit, sir. Just a round of applause to Scott, everybody. Wherever you're watching from. Round of applause. Emojis for Scott. Thank you so much for that, Scott. Okay, let's get back into commentary. You've gobsmacked me, man. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Here we are. Top 4 right now. Bots is the one we're watching. Yellow in sector 3. I think it's one of the... Oh, it's Banana Hammock. As he goes around, Jetsy's coming in, and Vin's right at the back of the field. BP, is he going to try finish this race with the drive-through penalty? Surely he'll get disqualified for doing so. Mike comes around in second place, building a little bit of a gap, but the third place position still hotly contested with Swatter and Bots. Oh, massive boss status. Thank you so much, Scott. Jetsy now getting caught up in it. He's not had a really good run after the restart now, getting blue flagged big time here on lap 16. Don't worry, Scott. I don't forget the people that helped me out. That's awesome, man. And Sergey's trying to hold off Warrior Wasp. Look at this one. 2 of them. They're going to dart around the outside. I don't know if Sergey is dealing with some sort of... too wide. This is never going to work. They've somehow squeezed it in. Sergey got a little bit of a wiggle on, and Chook, I think, just restabilized him with a little bit of a love tap just to, make it so. Here we come. Inside line for Chook. He'll get this one on Sergey, and he does. So Sergey falls back even further. That's such a shame, but he will have a second shot inside the sprint race. The gap for BP over Mike, only 2 seconds, so he's still not far enough ahead. Swatter needs to be careful he doesn't keep doing that. Look how tight this track is. That's why you can never find a place to overtake. We're on board with Bots. Oh, the pucker factor indeed. That's a really good term to use. Still waiting for BP to take his drive-through penalty. He might actually refute that with the stewards later on, but I don't think you can really, get too upset with the game catching you speeding. It is what it is. So I don't know what his end game plan is here. As this train of 4 beginning at Swatter now, so it is the battle for third place in the final podium spot. As looks like Chook's done some work here on Wasp. He's going to have the inside line. Wasp won't. And the long way round is still the long way round. Is he going to try and dive up on the inside for the shorter run? Chook gets there on the apex before him, so no such luck just yet. And I think Wasp, well, he's 5-lap-old softs. I know we were under the safety car for a long period. I don't know how long he's been using them for, though. Chook and Wasp still going at it. Oh, here he goes. Oh, I thought he was about to tag the back end of Chook then. Oh, that's what happened to Keegan. You made a pit stop. That's a problem with this game sometimes. Is we've seen that in the F1. You don't want to do a pit stop, but it does it for you anyway. Bambi's getting close to Kiwi. So inside the top 5, Bambi wants to see himself finish. There's going to be a real opportunity for guys to get a few overtakes. You can see just ahead of them is the duo of Swatter and Bots. And there is the DRS line coming up. He'll flick it open. Actuator goes. He's looking for the space. He's got that extra speed with the DRS. There goes BP. BP serves his drive-through. And Bambi, I thought he was going to duck up on the inside, but he's not quite. And BP, well, falling so far down the order now. Sector 1 yellow. Oh, Bambi's been caught up into something. Bambi. Oh, across the road. Be careful, son. There's fast-moving cars. He's done that well. I think Bambi, I don't know if he got tagged along or not. We'll have to wait and see what he says. If he's got any steward inquiries. Maybe it was Wasp, because Wasp doesn't seem to be moving quickly at all. But very interesting indeed. That means BP might be able to get himself back inside the top 5 if he's quick enough. Oh, Jetsy's out too. Jetsy's out at the end of this one. So remember that the top 8 for this one are reversed for the sprint race. So Bambi, he's just gotten ahead of Wasp down the order. That is Swatter, who occupies second place. He will be cheering at that. that's Mike, who's taken the lead off BP after he had to serve his drive through. This is the last and final lap. Penultimate lap, done and dusted. Swatter just needs to hold off Bots for one more go around the Hungary. Here we go. It's soft tyre runners inside the top 4 now. So the medium tyre seems to be the favourable one to start on, and soft the favourable one to finish. Though Chook has sort of skewed that statistic slightly. He's inside the top 5 with mediums on. But look at this. Anyone could actually still win this from here. Can Mike hold on? Does Swatter have the run? Does Bots find the room? We're quickly running out of corners. But this is your top 3 as they are here on lap 19. At the moment, Wasp has reverse grid pole for the next race. Mike will start 8th if he finishes first, and he's starting to build a bit of a gap on the 2 ahead of him. 2 behind him, rather. Mike's got no one ahead of him because he's leading this one. Look at the run Bots has got, though. Swatter, is the pressure too much? He doesn't look like he's got the pace that Bots does. Bots might show a nose. He does. They just touch wheels and the rims go clang. And he's almost got it done with the traction. But Swatter with the inside line. Bots around the outside. Oh, this is going to be so close between them. There's going to be just a nose hair in it. And it was still Bots at the end of the day. Incredible stuff between them. BP somehow has managed his way back inside the top 5, and he's just got Bush Chook right on the last corner. Oh, Chook goes round. He collects it, so he will finish 6th. Oh, he's gone ahead of BP there. So BP's been dropped to 6th. He must have had more penalties. Bambi will get 7th, and it's going to be, this is reverse grid pole for race number 2. It's Wasp and Hammock, and I think Wasp just needs to hold him off. He's blocking the run. And he will. He'll get reverse grid pole. Well, that was a back marker. So, Wasp did all he had to do. Lukey D and Banana Hammock, 9th and 10th. And then Sergey, who will be with us back inside the sprint race. He got some disconnection. Hopefully Vin can get back in as well. But what a race that was, with a safety car as well. Don't go anywhere. We've got the sprint race coming your way just after this stuff loads. I can't wait. This is your grid for race 1. And there it is, the trophy presented by some important guy. This is to Mike, who won out in the end. He stayed penalty free, and in the end, that's all he needed to do. And he was a little bit quicker than the 2 guys who finished him behind, but it was a very close finish in the end. And that is what eSports is all about. And that's the kind of action we love to see here with the FNL1 boys here on Demo 1. I can't wait to see what this next race holds. But welcome along if you are new. My name's Josh Gain, and we're broadcasting some eSports for you tonight. Formula 2 eSports, in fact. And it was Mike, Bots and Swatter who took that one out. So 3 different teams. In F2, all the cars are the same, so it's up to the driver at the end of the day. We are at the Hungary ring. This is the track for you. Same track we raced just then. And the DRS zones down into turn 1 and on the exit of 1. And all 14 corners mapped out. It's a tight circuit. And like I said, accidents not uncommon. So we might see the safety car once again. It was a clean start up into turn 1 last time out. So we're expecting more of the same. And hopefully the reverse grid will mix things up just enough that we will see a different result. And hopefully Aaron's back. No, Aaron's left us, unfortunately. But one driver I would recommend to keep your eye on is Sergey. If he can stay out of trouble, we might have a sprint race winner from Russia. For race 2. He got close last week on the podium, so get your vodka ready because we're looking forward to celebrating, maybe with a Russian. Who knows? This is all unknown. A lot of new drivers have come out of the woodwork to join us. There's still Still slots on this grid if you want to join. Discord link in the description. If you can't find it, I think Aussie's here. He'll just copy and paste it into the chat. So formation lap underway. But I hope you've all been enjoying tonight. And Wasp, can't be doing that from the start, mate. But one person I do want to just personally thank is Scott McRae. He's shown us some huge support tonight. This is what he did earlier. Well, Scotty is supposed to replay the stars thing. I don't know if it is on Facebook. But Scott sent 200 stars, then 200 to make it 4, and then another 100 to make it 5. And then just to top things off and absolutely blow me away, he added another 1,235 to make it a total of 1,735 stars. So thank you. Like I said, round of applause to Scott tonight. Big support, as most most of you know, community supported. So it really does mean a lot. But 14 laps. They need to clean up their racing for... It's only the formation lap, luckily. And if you're on Twitch, we did get told we could go affiliate or whatever, but we're not going to do it because we still want to be able to stream and get this out to as many people as possible. Because you've seen just how exciting it was tonight. It'd be such a shame if people missed out on this race. So no, thank you, Twitch. Maybe we'll organise a different deal at one point, but not today. Here we go. Five lights, big hold, and we're racing here at Hungary, the sprint race. Wasp at the front. Oh, BP's just darted through the middle. I don't know how he got there so fast. That was a great start like a rocket. Chooks managed to get ahead of him. But BP's going to go out to the outside and swing. Oh, it's a big dive bomb from Banana Hammock. Looked like he'd lost his brakes or something there, and it was just a uncontrollable missile at the moment. Lukey D's gone wide as well. It's been a bit of a chaotic start to the sprint race, and it's sad to see that it's ended up like that. But racing still continues on. BP's holding some damage, and at the moment it's Bambi leading the field from Mike, and then Swatter in third. But I don't know how long BP's going to be able to hold off the competition in behind. Did he get much damage from that run that we saw from Banana Hammock? It was a big dive. He hit the grass and the car would not slow down. Oh, a little bit of a tag there. Oh, surely he sent bots flying. That didn't look good. Swatter getting eaten up alive on circuit. In we go. Swatter just holding off both Vin and Sergey. Posted on Facebook. And Vin still giving Swatter something to think about now, filling up those rear vision mirrors. Sergey, I think he stayed out of most of the trouble at the start, so he's inside the top 7. And Wasp has got Kiwi just in behind. And Banana Hammock's falling down the order as he has to take to the pit lane to get some repairs, and Wasp's going to get an overtake coming into the second lap. Inside lane, Kiwi on the outside. Oh, I don't know how Kiwi's done that. He just had superior speed and grip on the outside, and he managed to get around it. Mike has gotten ahead of BP. Bambi's still leading though. Bambi's doing a great job of this one, of controlling the Grand Prix here. Lap 2 of 14. There's not a lot of laps, and a safety car here would severely shorten anyone's chances and strategy to get anything out of it. Mike, though, trying to just keep it clean at the moment. And BP doesn't want to get Mike out of the way. This is what we saw last time. So we know BP's got the patience. And now Swatter and Bots, these two have been going at it last race. They're going at it this race as well. Vin's ahead of Sergeyev, the Russian. He's in 7th place. But I think Vin had extra speed and confidence that Sergeyev, it was unmatched. And he's built the gap now to about 5/10. And Vin watching the two ahead. And he wishes he could be a part of the action so he can maybe score some decent points. Oh, BP's really getting eaten up alive. He almost got around the outside of Mike, but Mike was clever enough to block the run. Here we go with the DRS. Purple sectors for BP, so fastest lap as well. He looks like he's a little bit quicker. He's got the inside line. Mike won't like this. They'll go for the turn in. And Mike on the outside, the long way round. We come ahead and the cars appear, and it's Mike's car ahead of BP and the yellow car on the outside line for 2. And there we go, and BP couldn't quite slot the nose inside for 3, so Mike's won out through that sequence of corners just for this time round. Bots has gone purple. Daniel Christopher Jeffries has liked the stream. It's good to have you along, Daniel. Swatter's also done a purple sector. Coming to the S's now, and Swatter is starting to catch those two ahead. So he will be licking his lips at the opportunity of maybe a podium finish. Bots has really tagged onto them now. And while Mike and BP hustle and bustle, it's Bambi's turn to build the gap. He's been given that opportunity, so he might as well take it while he's got it. Strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. And Bambi's doing just that, so he's doing everything that he can at the moment. BP's been caught up a little bit by Mike. Here we go. Needs a good exit, a good run. I think Mike had a just slightly better run than what BP did. This is what DRS is good for. Look at the closing speed on Mike there. Mike stayed on the outside. He didn't look too fussed to defend early on. And they run wide. DRS once again for BP, but Mike, he was defending the inside for the second turn. So smart move there. Mike's thinking about 2 corners ahead at the moment. And he needs to be doing that in order to keep BP at bay. And maybe Bots can be added into this equation and add a little bit of a variable that BP isn't expecting. And maybe getting caught out by surprise. Let's see what can happen though. Lap 4 of 14, and it's been non-stop racing since the start. It was a little bit of a chaotic start. Some guys getting caught up, being a little bit eager. But and I don't know what happened to Banana Hammock. It looked like an absolute missile attempt. I'm sure he was trying to avoid everyone, but his brakes didn't seem to be working for him as he slid across the top of the grass. This is the view from Bots. That gap between Mike and Bambi sort of sticking around the 1 second mark. As we hit the detection zone, Mike should be within DRS on Bambi here, so he'll get an opportunity to use it to defend from BP. Not what BP wants, but he needs to be beating him on the exit of this corner. Here we go. They've both got DRS on each other. And it's not really effective when the guy you're driving and racing against is using the same tools that you are. So you need to outsmart him in a different area if possible. BP carries a little bit more speed onto the entry of that one. If he can find the room, he might be able to do something there in some coming laps. Coming up the hill now, sharp left-hander. Take as much corner as you can to close off the exit trajectory. Mike is using all of the available curbing. Oh, Mike! You can see on some of the exit of these corners, I don't know if he's over-driving, but you can just see he's right on the limit of grip because his car is sliding left to right sometimes. The back end looks a little bit loose. We've lost Sergeyev, and that's brought out the virtual safety car. I don't know what happened to Sergeyev. Can we see anything? Where is Sergeyev's car? I think it was on the inside of, on the exit of turn 1. That's a shame. I don't know what happened to him. So Banana Hammocks has gone in. Thrustmax is, he's in there. And Aaron, who didn't start either. So it's a shame we didn't get to see Thrustmax and Aaron finish in this race. But with the VSC out, Bambi still leading. What happened, Sergeyev? Sergeyev on chat. As we go back to racing, Bots might be able to use this opportunity to catch BP unaware. It looked like Bots got ahead of him. That's another disconnect from Sergeyev this week. Unfortunate, man. That's unfortunately Simracing with disconnects. But look at this. The race for first has turned into the race for the top 5 because Swatter's going to tag on to the back end as well. And Bambi has got a huge task ahead of him as we run into the halfway point of this one. He's got some very experienced drivers chasing him down and on his tail, and they're going to be unrelentless in their pursuit of winning this sprint race. So Bambi just needs to keep himself cool, calm and collected and focused on the job in hand, which is defending from behind. If he can hold up Mike, well, he'll be holding up BP as well. And just needs to focus on getting his racing line correct and his exit speed just a little bit better than the guys in behind. Oh, Chook's out. I think Chook's had an issue. That's another VSC. Oh, Chook, he's on the exit of turn 1. So have a look with Bambi. If the car doesn't disappear before we get there, there's a teal car on the map. Here we go, going back and racing. That's where the yellow flag was, so I don't know how Chook ended up out there, but he did. Bambi's still ahead as he got a real big safety net then. Being the VSC, they didn't get to use their DRS down that front straight, and BP's fallen out of DRS range of Mike. Now 1.5 seconds. But it's Bots and Swatter that really gained something from that, because they're within range as well. Lukey D's got extra pace on Wasp, and he can start building on that one up into 8th, so it's looking good for him. But this is where our eyes are firmly focused on. Doesn't look like Mike's got the same sort of pace that he does in the F1s. This might not be his favourite track either. We know he does struggle in some of these European circuits. So this could be a fortune-telling thing of things to come for tomorrow night's F1 race, which is at 8:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. There's no more daylight savings anymore. So the east coast of Australia all using the same time now, which is nice. But you can see, as Mike hasn't really made much advantage or gain on Bambi, BP's been doing all the work, and he's made about a second that lap, and he got the DRS this time round. So still, the unknown of whether or not Bambi will be there at the end of the conclusion of these 14 laps. Mike's getting a little bit closer, and we know BP, he's got the patience in him. And if he's given just one small opportunity, if that door is to open, BP will snatch at it and he'll go for gold. So he won't let any opportunities pass him by. But we know sometimes in the event where we start to get close to the finish, small mistakes can creep in. That pressure can get to him. But if you can keep those emotions at bay tonight, BP should be able to do well. And he's showing us what he's capable of here tonight. And we're running a little bit wide as well. They've got to be careful with track limits, because we saw it hurt BP in the last race. I know you're all enjoying this one tonight. It's a very different affair here in the sprint race. There's no strategy at all for this one. It's all racing from flag to flag. They will only go into the pit lane if they need to take repairs. And we've lost Chuk and Sergeyev, unfortunately, to this one. Sergeyev, I might have jinxed him a little. I said he was one to watch, a favourite. And unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get to the finish. He's had some internet connection issues. Mike gets that apex a lot sooner. Oh, he almost goes sideways. And this is going to be the chance for BP. He's got the inside line now for 2. And as they come together on the apex, it's going to be the inside for Mike. And he get just back ahead of him. He can't. And BP's run ahead. And he's taken second. And now BP has got a huge task ahead of him to get the lead. And Bambi, well, his job description just got even tougher. He's got to hold off this man, BP, because we know just how hard he is to defend. But let's see if Bambi's got in his repertoire on his tool belt tonight. What kind of tricks will he pull out to hold off the favourite to win the F1 this season? What can he do? Bots is also getting close to Mike, so I don't know if Mike's starting to get a little bit fatigued. The gap only 5/10. Mike's already a second off BP. So, yeah, things are really starting to get pushed to the limit up the front. Inside the DRS, Bots does a vastly different line. He wants to get the on the accelerator sooner. BP with the DRS. Fastest lap from Bots too, so Bots is on a charge. Here we go. The yellow BP on the inside. Bambi's gone on the outside. BP still in second place. Bambi got that inside line. You'd say it's favourable. He's going to have to beat him under braking. He's going to be pushed very wide. He'll have the inside for 3. Bambi needs to come across and squash that attempt, and he's done so. Great little bit of manoeuvring from these two. How long can he hold him off? He's got 5 laps more to go. It's going to be quite a task if he can do so, but certainly if he can do it, give this man a medal. Here we go. Mike's under the pump too. So we got 2 cars now, 2 by 2. And this is all for podium positions. And Bots with the fastest lap last lap. We know Bots is pretty quick. So if you can put the pressure on Mike, we have seen the rear end of his car get a little bit slippery, slidey. And that might not work in his favour here if he pushes a little bit too much. BP went out wide. I thought he found a gap on Bambi ahead, but I think Bambi had him covered for the moment. Now, once again, this is the danger zone for Bambi. He needs to get a really good exit here. So does Mike on Bots. It's, again, a different line that both Mike and Bots are taking. I think Bots might be on the better one. BP with that DRS assist now. He's closing speed. He's darts to the inside. Bambi's on the outside coming into the first turn. Again, Bambi will be on the inside for turn 2. Oh, he got ahead of him as well. BP couldn't carry the speed through the corner at all. And Bots has gotten ahead of Mike as they tussle side by side. Bots is now up inside the top 3. And Mike is slowly falling backwards. Swat has been given a 3-second time penalty. So Mike won't be too fussed about that now. He'll know that if he stays within 3 seconds of Swatter, he'll be at least confirmed 4th for now. But he won't stop at trying to get back at Bots if he's got the pace. But wow, this one has really turned up to 11 today. And it's so good to see Bambi driving out of his absolute skin. We haven't seen a display like this or anyone putting it to BP for so long, for quite a while now, and it's good to see. There are some younger, well, they're not probably younger, but we've got some newer talent rising through the FNL1 driver pool, and they can definitely put up a challenge with BP V8, who we all know is very quick. Bots looks like he's gained a bit of a skill set in the Formula 2s as well. He's doing quite well. On the exit, he's got Bots has got a nice lead on Mike, but BP once again He's within a tenth of Bambi, and he's going to be ahead of him, I think, this time around. The car will run wide. Oh, and he's overcooked it again. Bambi just doing what he has to do. He's just racing his race at the moment. And BP might get swamped by Bots as well. Bots almost seized that opportunity. BP lost a lot of time when he ran wide at 1, and that's brought the 2 behind him into this one. And I think Mike has found a new lease on life because he's within 2-3 tenths of Bots now. Well, you're not going to want to miss the end of this one, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't tell you what's going to happen. I wouldn't want to be a betting man at this stage. Because all 4 of these guys deserve to win. Oh, Chris Brown, he's done the same thing as well. Amazing support there. He's chucked in the cash monies. I need to go see your... Here we go. Thank you very much, Chris Brown. Here we go. BP, Bambi, and Bots, the top 3. BP, we're on inside the penultimate lap right now. And has Chris Brown turbocharged this one? He gets it pulled up this time. Bambi does exactly what he did last time round, and it's now side by side up into towards 2. Bots wants to get involved in the action. He might be able to split them. Bambi still just a nose ahead. BP just gets ahead, and he's going to be cut off at the apex. And Bots might be able to squeeze around the outside, coming up into turn 3. Oh, he's backed off. Mike's there as well. Look at these 3. Bambi's gone back ahead. Incredible bit of racing. Mike's gone falling back onto the inside of the track. Bambi's back out in front. BP's fallen to second. Oh my God. Incredible close racing between them. That was like touring car stuff there, but on a Formula 1 circuit. Open wheel racing, and it's absolute best and shiniest and brightest. Huge moment for everybody. I don't know how Bambi squeezed ahead. Thought we might get a bit of a replay of the action as we come to the end of the penultimate lap. What we're seeing here is just some top quality racing. Bots almost split the field. BP somehow hasn't managed to get in front of Bambi. And Bambi, here we go. His last ditched effort. Bots might do something as well. Oh, Mike's getting caught by Swatter in behind. And Bambi, he's gone around the outside of this one. And Bots just stays in third. And Mike, he comes just out ahead of Swatter. No, he falls back in behind. Swatter's up into 4, so Mike's really losing pace as we come to the end of this one. Where to watch, where to go. This is, you can see BP, he's managed to get the pace up a little bit. Oh, Mike's got a 3-second time penalty, so does Swatter. I don't know where these guys are going to come out at the end of it with all these penalties. Mike seemed to be penalty free. Here comes Swatter. He's ahead of Mike. Oh, I don't know how they... Oh, Mike's gone wide. This could give the moment for Kiwi. It does. And Mike, I don't think he was touched, but he was trying to give enough room for the guys around him. In a chaotic last lap race here. BP, he's got the gap up to a second, but Bots is still not giving up. Here we go. Up the inside. It's going to be a battle of the brakes. Oh, and he somehow... Did they touch, didn't they? Bambi's still ahead. Bots has done the right thing and given the spot back, but he knows his time is up because we're coming into the final corner of this one. All 14 laps have expired. He's going to squeeze up the inside. Surely not. How did he find the room? BP will take the checkered flag. Bambi, a valiant effort. Does he stay ahead? He just stays ahead of him. And then it's Swatter and Kiwi. Oh, Kiwi's just got him on the line. Swatter's falling down with penalties. Mike in 5th. And Vin, looks like he's run out of fuel. Oh, surely not. Lukey D's coming. What happened to Vin? There we go. we'll get them finished. A little bit of a party trick on the end. And Jetsy, he was doing so well as well. He'll become inside the top 10. Wow. My heart rate, their heart rate, that was edge of your seat racing. And thanks to Chris and Scott tonight for the overwhelming show of support there. You guys have just absolute legends. Chris said, loving the racing, guys, chucking in New Zealand $10. Well, thank you very much. So Chris used the Streamlabs donation link, where you can you can always do that if you can't donate anywhere else. But wow, what a race! Oh, F1 tomorrow is going to be out of this world. Hungary always puts on a show. I think it was season 3 Hungary. We had one of our best F1 races. If you guys want to see that, I might actually put it on repeat on Facebook for you and give you a bit of a teaser of what's to come for tomorrow night. But here's our sprint race champions. And wow, I'm out of breath. I don't know how they're still going because that was insane. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys, but wow, what an event. There's your final results for the sprint. BP, then it was Bambi, then it was Bots ahead of Kiwi. Swatter, he started 6th, he'll finish there. Lukey, then it was Vin. Wasp and Jetsy inside the top 10, and Chuk and Sergeyev did not finish this one. But wow, I couldn't have guessed that at any rate. But we had some of the best racing I think we've seen in any Formula 2 eSports event. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in this and create history, use the Discord link found in the description of both the Facebook and YouTube, and I think it's even on Twitter. On Twitch. But don't forget, you can follow me and all the other esports stuff I do, including all the broadcasting, at Twitter, Demo1G, or on Instagram, Demo1Garage, or go to the website, demo1garage.com, and get involved, and we'll keep you updated with all things sim racing and esports. It's been a fantastic evening. Thanks to all the drivers that made it tonight. Thanks again to Scott and Chris for your overwhelmingly huge show of support, guys, with the donations. It means an absolute world to me. Round of applause to both of you. And don't forget, guys, if you aren't already, get on the Discord, and I will do exclusive stuff on the Discord that wouldn't fit anywhere else. So it's a great place to, you can either sit on voice chat and talk, or just get into the text chat and just chat away while we're having a bit of fun. But that ends the broadcast tonight. So thank you very much. And Chris said, Chris saying, you found that on Streamlabs with the donations, you get the full amount of money and not on Facebook stars. I don't know. But yeah, every time I haven't had many. I think you're the third donation I've had now through Streamlabs. The amount of money you said you gave me is the amount of money I get. So you could be right. But either way, it's just again, huge thanks to the guys that have, you guys that have gone the extra mile to donate to something. Don't worry, I will be putting it back into the channel the best I can. We want to go up and up and up with this stuff. So don't forget to have those notifications on, and leave the like if you liked what you saw. But that's it for tonight. My name's Josh Gain. That was F2. We've got F1 tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see you then. But until tomorrow, good night. Look after yourselves, and have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow. Goodbye.